The Man I Could Not Recognize, written by Daintyjha, for DigiCafé, DaintyStories. Date written 28/2026. Chapter 6, Part 1. The Knock at Her Door. Ronan Hale did not chase people. He had learned too early that chasing gave others the privilege of deciding where he was worth waiting for. His mother had left. He had not chased her. His father had turned affection into a reward system. Ronan had not chased him either. Friends had betrayed him for access. Women had sold private details to tabloids. Relatives had smiled across dinner tables while discussing his future like he was an investment property. Ronan did not chase. He observed. He calculated. He waited for people to reveal themselves. But that night, after Adrian Cross walked out of Aurelia Grand Copenhagen into the rain, Ronan wanted to follow him, not because of jealousy. Jealousy was too simple for the cold, ugly things sitting beneath his ribs. He had seen men like Adrian before. Soft voice, clean coat, careful regret. The kind of man who never raised a hand because he knew how to wound without leaving evidence. The kind who stepped into a woman's pain and called his intrusion concern. The kind who returned only when absence no longer benefited him. Ronan had watched Elara stand before that man and refused to bend. She had trembled. He had noticed. But she had not bent. That should have been enough. It was not, because after she disappeared into the East meeting room with Mira, Ronan stayed in the lobby long enough to see Adrian stop outside beneath the glass canopy. Most rejected men left angry. Adrian Cross left thinking. That was far more dangerous. Ronan, Clara's voice pulled him back. She stood beside him with her tablet against her chest, composed as always. Only her eyes betrayed concern. The meeting room is ready, she said. Mira is with her. Good. Security asked if you want Mr. Cross removed from the property record. Not yet. Clara's eyebrows lifted. Not yet. If he appears again, I want to know before he reaches the lobby. Can arrange that. And find out who allowed him through. He came through the public entrance. He did not ask for a guest room. He knew where she was. Clara's expression sharpened. There it was. The same thought. Aurelia was large. Elara was not staying there as a guest. Her temporary office was not public information. Adrian had not simply wandered in hoping to find her. Someone had told him enough. I will check visitor logs, staff access, and external calls, Clara said, quietly, always. Ronan looked toward the glass doors again. Adrian was gone. Only the rain remained, sliding down the windows in silver lines. Do you want me to ask Elara about him? Clara asked. No, because it is not our business? Because she will tell us if she wants us to know. A small smile touched Clara's mouth. Ronan disliked it immediately. What? That was almost emotionally healthy. Do not get used to it. I would never. He turned from the lobby before he changed his mind and ordered security to track every step Adrian Cross took after leaving the hotel. It would have been easy. Too easy. Money made many ugly impulses convenient. That was why Ronan distrusted it, even while using it better than anyone else. The East meeting room had no windows, which Elara appreciated. Windows turned dark at night. Dark windows became mirrors. Mirrors became strangers. She sat at the end of the table with a glass of water untouched in front of her. Mira occupied the chair beside her, silent for once, her anger moving through the room like heat. Elara had not cried. She was proud of that for about 3 minutes. Then she hated herself for being proud, as if not crying meant victory, as if pain counted less when it stayed inside. Mira pushed the glass closer. Drink. I am not thirsty. Drink anyway. Elara obeyed because arguing required energy she did not have. The water tasted cold and metallic. For several minutes, neither woman spoke. Then Mira said, I want to slap him. Elara laughed. It came out broken. Mira looked at her quickly. Sorry, Elara said. Do not apologize. I also want to push him into traffic. But I thought slapping sounded more socially acceptable. This time Elara's laugh was almost real. The sound loosened something painful in her chest. Myra leaned back. I hate him. I know. No, I mean I hate him in a way that feels spiritually productive. Myra. He came here because of Ronan. Elara stared at the water. Yes. You heard it too? I heard enough. The gap before Adrian answered. The shift in his tone when Ronan arrived. The small laugh when she accused him. She had spent years being ashamed of what she could not recognize. Tonight, her blindness had not failed her. Her hearing had saved her. That should have felt empowering. Instead, it felt like discovering another locked door inside an old wound. Myra's voice softened. Do you think he will come back? Yes. The answer surprised them both. Elara had not meant to say it so quickly, but the truth was already there. Adrian would come back, not because he loved her, because she had denied him in front of someone more powerful. Men like Adrian could survive rejection. Public humiliation was another matter. There was a knock at the door. Not two knocks. 3. Elara's body, traitorous and trained by old fear, relaxed slightly. Not Adrian. Come in, Myra called. The door opened. Ronan's voice entered before anything else did. I apologize for interrupting. Elara turned toward him. Her eyes found the outline of a man in the doorway, but her mind did what it always did. Failed to make him permanent. Failed to tie face to identity. His voice did the work instead. Calm. Controlled. Lower than before. I wanted to make sure you had everything you needed, he said. Myra answered before Elara could. A time machine and a legal excuse to commit assault would be great. Mira, Elara said. Ronan paused. Then, very seriously, I can only provide one of those. Mira made a startled sound. Elara looked down quickly, but the smile came anyway. Small, uninvited, dangerous. Ronan stepped no farther into the room. Clara is arranging for someone to escort you both to the exit, whenever you are ready. I do not need an escort, Elara said. No. Then why arrange one? Because the lobby is crowded. Reporters occasionally wait outside, and Adrian Cross may still be nearby. Escorting you allows staff to clear the route without making a scene. Elara frowned. That was irritatingly reasonable, Myra said. I like him. You like anyone who offers security, Elara muttered. I like people who plan for consequences. Ronan's voice remained neutral. Can cancel it. Elara looked toward him. Most people turned help into a trap. They offered, then expected gratitude. They protected, then demanded obedience. They made her dependence the price of their care. Ronan offered an exit inside the offer. That unsettled her more than pressure would have. No, she said finally. Thank you. Of course. The words were simple. Too simple. She wanted him to stay. The realization annoyed her immediately. She did not want Ronan Hale. She did not know Ronan Hale. She knew his voice, his posture, his cedar wood scent, his controlled temper, and the way rooms reacted to him. Those were fragments. Fragments were not intimacy. They were survival tools. When he turned slightly as if to leave, Elara spoke. Ronan. He stopped. Yes? She felt Mira's attention sharpen beside her. How did Adrian get in? Ronan was quiet for half a beat too long. Not because he was hiding, because he was deciding how much truth to give. She appreciated that less than honesty and more than lies. We are checking, he said. So he should not have known where I was. No, Mira swore under her breath. Elara's hand tightened around the glass. Someone had told Adrian, or helped him, or mentioned enough that he could find her. Her private life had entered the hotel before she was ready. I want to know who, Elara said. You will? I did not want it buried because it is embarrassing for Aurelia. Ronan's voice changed. Not loud. Sharper. I do not bury threats to people under my roof. My roof. The phrase should have sounded arrogant. It did. But it also sounded like a promise. Elara looked away. Ronan continued, quieter. And I will not treat this as a brand inconvenience. Something in her chest loosened. Not enough to be relief. Enough to hurt. Thank you, she said. He did not answer immediately. Then, get some rest, Elara. She almost told him not to use her name like that, but she did not know how to explain what, like that, meant. Soft enough to feel private, careful enough to seem accidental, dangerous enough to be remembered. So she said nothing. Ronan left. The door closed.